All right, I am going to go through a shoulder warm-up or shoulder mobility sequence. It's going to be short and it should be pretty gentle. Depends on the person. But this is going to be a really, really good warm-up or just something to do daily if you have chronic pain in the shoulders or tension in your upper back or shoulders. This, doing this daily could really make a big difference. So you can stay on your feet to start and just start to move your shoulders. Relaxed, but as big a motion as you can. You can do one at a time if that feels better, or both. Yeah. And then arm circles, same thing, but with arms. I don't really do both at a time for this. I always do one at a time. Both at a time feels really rough for me. Now we're going to grab our hands behind us because we're going to stretch the chest first. So open your arms up to the back, palm back. Really pull the shoulders back, the chest is up, and then turn your palms in, grab your hands behind you. If possible, straighten your arms. If possible, lift your arms. Oh. Try not to shrug your shoulders here. So shrugging is shoulders up to the ears. Try to keep them down almost all the time. And then straighten the arms, turn the hands forward, bring them back, and then shake them out. All right, we're going to go down the floor. Pretty much everything is going to be on the floor. Down to your hands and knees. And we're going to do some shoulder movement in a table position. So from your hands and knees. Make sure your hands are just under your shoulders. So shoulder width. Knees are right under hips. So you're not stretched out farther and you're not tucked in too close. You want to make sure your hands are spread wide, fingers wide, so that you're putting as much even pressure through your hand as possible. Like if your hands are tight, it could put too much pressure on the fingers or on the wrist. And so you want to open up the hands, open up the fingers so that you're really balancing the pressure through your whole hand as much as possible. All right, so let's just move the shoulder blades. So think about moving your body down and up with your elbows straight or as straight as possible, right? So I'm not bending my elbows to move my body. I am moving my shoulder blades. Take it slower, so come down as far as you can, and then slowly up as far as you can, hold it there. And now maybe a little bit of forward and back. That might not be possible, it's tough. But move your body in a circle, still trying to keep the elbows straight. And then maybe reverse. Good, now turn to one side. You're gonna lay down on your side with your knees bent and forward and your arms straight out from your chest. Now you want your knees at 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees, roughly. But what I mean is you don't want your knees back and your feet back. Bring your knees forward so that your hips are making an L shape or a corner of a square. Arms are going to be straight out from your chest. Lift your top arm up towards the ceiling and then back behind you as far as you can. Look back as far as you can. Back to the front and repeat. Do it again. But the thing to be really aware of is not allowing your legs to shift back. So you want to keep your top knee in line with your bottom knee, directly above your bottom knee. And so all that is moving is the waist up. Open up to the ceiling. Remember to keep that top knee forward or in line. In line. Oh, come back to the front. We'll do one more. But turn your head with the motion of your arm. So you're looking back as far as you can. Good, now switch sides. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn over so that you can still see what I'm doing. I have to work around the cat a little bit. Knees bent and forward. Arms straight out from your chest. Top knee directly in line with the bottom knee. Top arm is going to come up to the ceiling, back behind you as far as you can. Look back. Come forward again. Do that 2 more times. Up and back. Forward again, one more. So this is helping loosen up the upper back. Or we could say it's mobilizing the upper back. All right, I forget what's next. Let me check my list, scorpions. So often when we have shoulder injuries, there's gonna be a lot of tension in the upper back, all around the shoulders, not just the shoulders. That may not be true for absolutely everybody, but it's very common to have a lot of tension around that whole upper body area to protect what's injured. All right, next is scorpion. So this is a chest stretch. And again, a lot of tension is usually associated with injury in the shoulders because your body is trying to protect the area. Could be a really challenging position. If it's not for you, just skip it. Okay, so you're gonna lay flat on your front, face down. Take your right arm straight out to the side. My left hand is just under my chest. I'm gonna lift my left foot, my left leg, and I'm gonna roll back as far as I can until my foot touches the floor or touches the cat. And that's it. So you're holding. You've got your left foot on the floor. Your right arm is out behind you. Now, if this was too intense, way too intense, but you can kind of do it, stop before it gets too intense. So I could roll a little bit and not go all the way. Or maybe I can get all the way until my foot is on the floor, but I can't hold it that long, maybe just 2 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. And then I'm gonna come back. Good, now we'll switch sides. So I'm gonna turn over, turn around. This time, I'm gonna have my left arm out. My right hand is under my chest. I'm gonna lift my right leg, roll back, all the way until my foot is on the floor behind me, if that's possible. If not, just turn a little bit. The arm that is on the floor under your body is the one being stretched. This is a good chest stretch, a good shoulder stretch, also might be into the bicep. I feel it right down my arm, in my forearm. And then roll back. I believe that we are coming up to our hands and knees next. Yes, come up to your hands and knees again. Next one is very similar to when we were laying on our side and we were doing those arms up and over. Very similar. So hands and knees. Hands should be right under shoulders, knees right under hips, fingers spread wide. Put your left hand behind your head. You don't have to hold on tight, just place it behind your head. You want to bring your elbow down towards the other arm and then up towards the ceiling. Now, if that is really tough, you can try taking your knees a little bit wider and pushing your hips back a little bit. Elbow comes down, turn and try to point it up. Try to look up as your elbow goes up. Bring it down, turn and point it up. Again, we're trying to mobilize the upper back, which could be too tight and holding the shoulders, pausing, limiting range of motion, limiting movement. Oh. And rest. Okay, we'll switch sides. I'm going to turn around. We're going to have our right hand behind our head this time. Bring that elbow down. Turn, look up, point it up. Let's do that 4 more times. Bring it down. Point it up. Down. Up. 2 more. Try not to move your hips side to side. Try to keep your hips really still. Last one. Good work. What is next? Oh, next little bit, we're going to do a couple movements that are going to help strengthen the muscles around the shoulder and upper back. So grabbing a long band, it is optional. You can do this without, but to make the area stronger, you need a bit of resistance. So grab a long band if you have it. You can stay on your knees. If you have the band close, you can stay on your knees. You can actually be seated. I'm just going to stand because I already got up. Arms straight out in front, elbows are straight. Pull all the way to the side and back to the front. Open and close. Now you want to keep your shoulders down. Try not to tense up your neck, try to keep your neck relaxed. And you're initiating this movement from the upper back. You're moving your shoulder blades in and then apart. Squeeze them together and then apart. Now, if you are feeling a lot of tension in your neck, if your neck is starting to burn, put it down and do it without. Maybe adding a rotation. Palms are down, turn palms up. We're trying to get these shoulder blades to move in and out without engaging your neck. So if you need to, do it without the band. I did that for a long time, for years actually. Let's go for 10 to 15 reps, so that's probably good. Stop there. 2 more. Next one, we're going to do another, actually I'm going to start with that bend. We're going to do another variation of movement out and in. This time, elbows are going to be at your side, but I want you to roll your shoulders up and back. So put them back, put your shoulder blades down, hold that, elbows at your sides, bring your arms in, palms together, and then open. Palms together, open. Elbows glued to your side. So it's not this, okay? Bring them right in. Even if that means you can barely move, bring them in, shoulders back. Try 10 repetitions, whatever range of motion you can do. It's okay if it's really small. So do not do them with your elbows out, right? Pull them down. Even if that alone is all that you can manage, then just do that. Count to 10 really slow. Rest. If you were able to do that with your elbows at your sides, you're going to do another 10 with a band. If you are not able to do it with your elbows at your sides, I want you to hold it again, no band, and count. Just hold that position. All right, shoulders back, elbows in, maybe have a band, maybe not, and go 10 more. I've got 3 more. 2, 1. Well done. Rest. Okay. Last thing, we're going to go back down to the floor. You need a light weight for this, but if you don't have a light weight, a water bottle would work. Something, a little bit of resistance would be good, but something in your arm just to give you a little bit of feedback. If your arm is, if your hand is empty, it's a little harder to feel what it is you're trying to do, what you're trying to work. So you need a little bit of something in your hand as feedback. So laying all the way down. Arm is going to be straight up. Hold the weight. Let's go right hand. I've got my right arm up. The cat is going to be in my way, so I'm going to scoot back. We are going to roll to the left. So watch me first. I've got my left arm out to the side, my left leg out just slightly, not wide. Now the first step is I'm going to be reaching up to the ceiling from the shoulder. Okay, so if I start with my back flat, reach up to the ceiling with that shoulder, lift the same leg, okay, right leg. And now I'm going to roll over as far as I can, keeping that arm straight and steady. So from shoulder to ceiling, straight line and as steady as you can. I'm going to pick my leg up again, roll back, and I'm going to put my shoulder back on the floor. Full stop. Do it again. Reach with the arm, lift your leg, turn over, focus on that arm, keeping it really, really still, really steady. Roll back. Let's do that 3 more times. Reach, leg, up and over. Roll back. 2 more. Reach, leg, roll. Roll back 1 more time. I'm keeping my eyes on my hand on the dumbbell the whole time. Like I am focused on the weight. That will help keep it steady and keep yourself a little safer. Okay, bring it down to your chest, switch sides. We're going to do that on the other side. Now, the heavier you go for this, the harder it's going to be. Absolutely. At the same time, if you were to switch to a kettlebell is going to be a lot harder as well because it hangs from your hand, right? The way that the weight is distributed will be more challenging. So if you're using a 10-pound dumbbell and then you switch to a 10-pound kettlebell, it will seem a lot harder. It's good, but it's hard. All right, let's go the other side. Left arm is up, left arm up. Right arm is out to the side. Lift your left foot, step one. Reach with the shoulder, reach with the arm, and then roll. Roll all the way back. Put your leg down, put your shoulder down. I've got my leg on the cat. Go again, reach with the arm, lift your leg, roll. Roll as far as you can, but don't stop yourself halfway. Roll back, shoulder down, leg down, go again. So what I mean is, I'm not gonna just roll a little bit if I can go more. If you can roll further, go as far as you can. Like maybe you can get your body almost face down with your arm up behind you. Go for it. Go as far as you can with the focus being on keeping this arm completely steady, completely in control. 2 more times. Reach, leg, and roll. Come all the way back. Full stop. Put your shoulder down, put your leg down 1 more time. Reach, leg, roll over, roll back, and we are done. That is it. Good work. So if that felt really good, you can go through it again, but especially the strength part, especially the pull aparts. Straight arm pull aparts, waiter pull aparts. I call these waiter pull aparts. And then those are called, they're called kettlebell arm bars. I call them turnovers. That little chunk is the strength portion. That one, if you're feeling good, repeat that one 2, maybe 3 times.